Forget about aura. You don't need aura. Forget all this aura bullshit. You don't need aura, bro. Get jacked instead. Getting jacked is the answer. Forget aura. What is aura anyway? Bro. Or there is no aura without getting jacked. The thing. First of all, let's define what is aura. Aura, I guess, from my understanding of aura, is like, it's like a vibe, or like the presence, this presence that you, or attention that you garner when you enter a room, right? Aura, like this mystical energy that circulates around you once you enter a room, that just commands attention, right? Like, you don't need aura. You just got to get jacked instead, because when you get jacked, you automatically have aura. Let me tell you a little story. Back in the days before, like, I actually like was in the gym and stuff like that. You know, I was more skinny, you know, kind of scrawny-ish, right? Back then, you know, I'd probably like walk into a room, no one's really like paying attention to me or whatever. Like, I noticed people they ain't really staring at me like that. They weren't really looking at me like that, right? Like, I just kind of just felt like, you know, you're just a regular person. Like, no one's really paying attention to you, right? But then I noticed, like, as I started being consistent with my workout routines, I started getting in better shape. My body started changing, started morphing a little bit. That's when I started noticing, like, that was when I realized I had aura. Like, nowadays, when I enter a gym, everybody turn their heads, look at me. I'm not even trying to sound like arrogant or cocky or nothing like that, but I just built a physique that's like impressive to look at. Because if you really think about it, like, most of the population is like not really like in the gym like that. Like, if you ever heard the stat, like, if you lift like 225, like, you're in the top 10 percentile of like people, like. And it's actually true, because like not many people with social media and stuff, it kind of builds a false perception that, like, when you see all these influencers and stuff, like, you think that everybody is jacked, but like, really, like, it's actually a small percent of the population that are like jacked. It's just social media kind of hyper stimulates it a little bit, makes it seem what it's not, right? And so back to what I was saying, like, when I enter rooms and shit, like, people just, like, I notice people just stare at me, because like, when you see just a big black dude walk in, that's automatically my aura right there. Like, my presence commands attention, right? Because they just see some jacked guy walks in, you know, wearing some fitted clothing. You see the biceps hugging, you see the chest popping, the shoulders broad as hell, you know, the lats are screaming. How can I not command attention when I walk into a room? Because that's automatic. Because automatically, me being jacked, I have aura, right? And also, it also depends on, like, too, like, you also have to have I think it's both like the confidence, right, that exudes out of you, and then you also just gotta, and also being jacked is just like an automatic, like, bonus points. And once you can mix confidence in there, bro, that's unstoppable aura. You see? Forget aura. Stop focusing on aura. Get jacked instead. Being jacked is your aura. You don't need aura. Just get jacked. Once you get jacked, it's automatic aura. Instantly. Bro, when you get jacked, when you walk into a room, everybody notices. Everybody notices you're jacked. You command attention. That's why I'm always talking about recreating yourself. Because Law 25 in Law 25 and 40 Laws of Power, right? Where it says recreate yourself. Create a character. I'm paraphrasing here. He says, like, basically with the author Robert Greene, he says, create a character that commands attention. That's larger than life. That people just like stop and stare. And that's that's like one of the best ways to do it, is getting in great shape, because then you command attention. Every time you walk into a room, people just notice you because you're jacked. You just have that aura. They'll be like, oh shit, who's this guy who just walked in? You know what I mean? Like, people notice that shit. Like once you get jacked, like that's all the aura you need personally, right? I mean, you could probably still have aura if you're not jacked, right? Like I guess there's still like a presence that you can exude out, right? But I feel like being jacked really just like enhances the aura that you already have. Like it just enhances it. Like you can't, like, every time you see a jacked dude enter a room, like you're always gonna like, everybody just gonna peep. You know what I mean? Like, especially if like once you have like, there's like, I feel like there's like the regular aura that you just exude, and then there's like when you're jacked, there's just like the jacked aura, right? But I feel like it has more of, I feel like your regular just aura has more an effect when you're actually like jacked. It just like enhances the experience. You're just, the aura is just more, you know what I mean, when you're jacked. Like you can't ignore it. You can't ignore that, right? It's something you can't deny. It's because being jacked, the reason why being jacked automatically gives you aura is because being jacked is something that you can't disprove. That's evidence that you've been put in the work. You're disciplined. You're a man of your word. You're someone that does what he says he's gonna do because you got jacked. It's not necessarily all about the how many curls you did and how many tricep pull downs you did and how big your chest is. It's really about the man you had to become to get to that point. Like, who are you throughout the journey? Like, people are thinking like, damn, like this guy's dedicated, like that. Like, it just commands attention, bro. Like, it's something you can't deny. It's evidence that you put in the work, and that's something that you can't deny. It's something that no one can take away from you because you put in the reps, you put in the sets. You're that guy, you're him because you've been put in the work. You're consistent. It's proof of consistency. How is that not aura? It's automatically aura. It's the only way to get aura. So that's why you have to get jacked. Getting jacked is the only way to build aura. There is no aura without getting jacked. Are you crazy? Being jacked is aura. Like, it's the only way. Like, being jacked is literally one of the best ways to get aura, right? Like, bro, if you're in, bro, you got 6 months left in the year, bro. Like, you got to get on this shit, man. I'm telling you, it'll change your life, bro. If you want to build aura, if you're really serious about building aura, get jacked. How else are you going to build aura? I mean, yeah, like you can work on your confidence and stuff. You can do some self-improvement, work on the mindset, but like, and those things are important too. Don't get me wrong, but being jacked just enhances the whole experience. Being jacked is like aura on steroids. But yeah, that's all I have for today. Make sure you guys comment, like, and subscribe. Let me know if you agree or disagree. Let me know down below. Send this to someone who needs to hear it. And remember, there is nothing enlightening about playing small.